And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball. Incredible matchup going down here for a great battle of Texas. The undefeated 16-0 Baylor Bears, number 2 ranked team in the nation, taking on the number 6 ranked team, the Texas Longhorns. Incredible matchup going down between these two teams tonight here. And whenever I call a Big 12 game, man, it is gone down to the wire. And this one, capability here, very well could go down to the wire between these two teams tonight. Let's see who I got in the chat out here. We got my man Vegas out on the stream. Mod Squad's back. It's Goody's back in here as well. Vaughn's back in on the stream here. Welcome, guys. Anthony, welcome on board. I'm going to take BYU for their next one that they got going up against Portland. Their game today was postponed. But I would have taken BYU in that one as well. Do I think Baylor can cover at 5.5 for this one? I think this is going to be a close game. I'm going to predict Baylor in this one, though. I will take Baylor 78-75. So I got Baylor by 3 in this one. But I think Texas will be able to make this a close game. Texas is at home for this one. Spades, Raven, Armando, welcome to the stream here, everybody. Ian taking the Bears by 7 out in this one. Welcome in here, Ian, as well. Yeah, we're supposed to get like 12 to 15 inches yesterday of snow. We only got like 5, 6 where I am. Out towards like western Rhode Island, Connecticut, they got pounded. You even go out to the west there, it got like over 2 feet of snow out towards like New York, Pennsylvania. Crazy. With like the difference between snowfall and like all different areas. We got some like really just wet snow from yesterday. Just the wet and heavy stuff that was really tough to shovel. But yeah, welcome guys on the channel here. Yep, glad I didn't lose power. Yeah, the wind was pretty rough yesterday. So we had quite the winds yesterday with branches falling apart here. Welcome in Karen the stream. Louise, welcome on board as well. And Jack, welcome on the chat here. Gonna watch Tennessee right now. We'll keep you guys updated with that one. Baylor going in the green uniforms for this one. Yellow numbers, yellow letters. As this game is at Texas as we get ready for the tip-off right now. Texas in the white jerseys for this one. This is going to get tipped up, and it gets tipped out of bounds. So, it will get tipped out of bounds. Baylor will get the basketball first here. So, the Bears coming into this game, number 1 three-point shooting team in the nation. Shooting over 42% from downtown. And they have multiple players in their roster that can shoot the 3. They can defend the perimeter as well for Baylor. They're top 10 metrics in a good amount of categories. Steals, assists, scoring as well. Baylor going to take a 3 to start. Splash at the left wing perimeter. That one goes down for the triple by Davion Mitchell, just like that. Texas first possession. They've yet to play for the Longhorns in a week. Last game, they lost by 1 against Oklahoma, 80-79. They were supposed to take on Kentucky on Saturday, but Kentucky wanted to pause. That game got postponed. Left baseline jumper, Greg Brown overshoots the rim, no good. Rebound, Baylor. Bears now with the second possession. 40 seconds through. Ball into the hands here of Butler. Butler's ball gets tipped to the backcourt. Able to pick it up, though, as he dives on the ground. Moves out to Mitchell. Swings it out to Butler. Feeds it inside over to Vital. Puts it up and in off the backboard. That's good for 2. If you guys are new to the stream here, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball. What's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream here. He's at the thrift store right now, waiting on his car, eating a hot dog hamburger from McDonald's and going to work with his mom. Awesome, man. Do I think BYU or San Diego needs to leave the WCC? I would go San Diego right there. To probably another conference like the WAC. I feel like that would be the better fit against Grand Canyon University, New Mexico State out in the WAC for San Diego. 5-zip Baylor, Texas with the ball. They have it at the right corner perimeter. Got tapped out of bounds. Believe it's last touch by Baylor, though. The clock will stop. Hey, what's good, Uncle Luke? Welcome to the stream. Baby Illinois, appreciate it for dropping them by. I'm going to take Baylor in this one to continue their undefeated season. So Texas gets the inbound. I think Texas is going to keep it close, though, tonight. As they dribble at the left base, at the left elbow. Moves it back outside to Greg Brown. And he, around the screen right there, they're going to call Texas with a turnover. So turnover by Texas. And Baylor will get it right back. 18:34 left to go in the first half of this one as we just get started. Baylor with their third possession. First 2 resulted in scores. One by Vital inside. The first one, a 3-point shot by Davion Mitchell. Mitchell takes the pass half court at the right wing. Mitchell dribble drive inside. Dish to the left corner. Catch and shoot three. Butler fires and he hits it. Baylor on fire here for the top 3-point shooting team in the nation. 2 minutes through. Texas pass inside underneath. That's a hard fought bucket. Good for 2. And Jericho Sims going to go to the free throw line, shoot 1 coming up as well. What's good? Diamond McCrab, welcome on the stream here, man. Evening thoughts about the new top 25. Texas should not belong in there. Kansas. Meant Kansas there. Kansas at 23. Yeah, Kansas at 23 should not belong in there. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Glad that they see that Drake. Glad to see that Drake's in there. Purdue. I would have put Oklahoma State in place of Kansas there inside the top 25. And yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I feel as though. 17:50 left to go. What's good, Aiden? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, it's almost here for Valentine's Day. 3-point shot. Baylor missed it off the mark. Yeah, Drake in Florida got ranked this week. And Kansas off the dribble drive inside. It's good for 2 up and in off the backboard. Do I think Bradley Beal could get traded before the NBA deadline to the Lakers or Warriors? Probably, I'd say Golden State more because the Lakers are already just a deep and stacked team for the Lakers. Possibly Golden State, though. Most likely another team. But yeah, I can definitely see Beal definitely getting traded before the deadline. At the left wing perimeter, Mitchell takes the 3. That's off the back rim, no good. Tipped up, and it gets rebounded by Texas. So it's a good start for Baylor in this game, but Texas, past couple possessions, getting some stops there. Texas lost control of the basketball, though, at the left elbow. Back over to Baylor inside. Underneath Flo Thamba puts it up off the mark. Tipped up in the air. Rebound Texas again. So they crash the glass with 16:50 left to go. Courtney Ramey, as he is back into the lineup, going to pass it back outside to Coleman. Deep 3 splash. Just like that, Texas back by just down by 1 in this one. Matt Coleman, a big triple, and he knew it right when it left his hands right there. Hey, what's good, Alexander? Welcome to the stream here. Hook'em Horns, he's got in here, taking Texas for the upset. 7-zip run by Texas in the last minute 50. Butler with the basketball for Baylor. Pass over to the top here. Mitchell, free throw circle jumper, missed it off the mark. Offensive rebound on Mark Vital underneath, puts it up and in off the backboard as he had some space for 2. Do I think BYU will make it to the NCAA tournament? Yes. As of right now, that's a yes right now. They just got to keep on winning the games that they're winning. And just can't afford to suffer any bad losses against teams at the bottom of the conference like Portland, Loyola Marymount, San Diego. They got to win all those games. And that's the next time they take on Gonzaga. That's huge for BYU because they really need to make that a competitive game if they're able to. But it's so tough to do that against Gonzaga. Oof. Alex's Spurs got wrecked by Memphis. Ouch, man. Yeah, the Spurs beat the Celtics last week, though. 3-point shot. That one's good from the perimeter by Texas. This game's tied. Back-to-back triples by the Longhorns. Baylor now with the basketball. If you guys are new to the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate all for stopping them by. Hey, what's good, Ant? Welcome to the stream here, man. Have a lot of good games out here tonight. 15:40 left to go. Mitchell drives inside, good for 2 by Baylor with a left hand. Bears on top once again. Texas basketball. Longhorns to the left elbow into the hands of Courtney Ramey. Passes back outside to Jones. Jones missed the 3 top of the key rebound. Goes into the hands of Meyer here for Baylor. He'll dribble pass half court for Matthew Meyer. Meyer passes back out to the right corner. It's Adam Flagler who moves it over into the hands now of Davion Mitchell. Mitchell at the top of the key. 15 minutes as we approach the mark left to go in the first half. Mitchell dribbles, drives inside, puts it up, it gets blocked underneath. There's contact, no fall, and the refs say play on. Texas gets the basketball off the block right there. Here goes Longhorns, moves it over to the right corner, shot fake Andrew Jones, dribbles right baseline, back outside to the top. And as he was dribbling right there, he stepped out of bounds with it. So turnover Texas. It's going to go right back over to Baylor. Yeah, Warriors playing the Celtics tonight. It's a really late game there. Celtics on a pretty long West Coast road trip coming up. Starts tonight, actually. Alright, so we're going to go to the first timeout tonight here. Good game so far, 12-10. Texas was down 8-0 at the start of this one, but a couple big threes here by the Longhorns, able to draw this game, and they actually had it tied at 10 a couple moments ago. Looking good for Baylor in this game, though. Davion Mitchell, 5 points, started out with a quick three-point shot. And on the other side here, Courtney Ramey, he is back for the Longhorns. He has got 5. Hey, what's good, Connor? Welcome to the stream. Which number 1 team in the tournament most likely to get upset if March Madness was today? So I'm gonna go with number 1 seeds here. It'll be Gonzaga, Baylor, Villanova, and then possibly Houston. Maybe a team from the Big Ten can sneak in and be that 4 if Michigan keeps on winning. I'll keep Michigan as a 1 for now. I'll probably go with Villanova to mostly get upset earlier on. That grouping of 4 is really solid though. Houston might sneak in to be a 1 seed, depending on if they win out or so. I can picture Houston being a 2 though, but they have potential to be a 1 as well. Somebody from the Big Ten can definitely get a 1. That would be Michigan right now, but Michigan's yet to play in quite a while. Oh yeah, Vegas can't wait for next month. It should be a fun time. But yeah, all those 1 seeds, I feel like right now, currently Gonzaga, Baylor, Villanova, Michigan, I've got them going really far in the tournament. A lot of the top teams I got going far. Also Texas, I got going far. It kind of gets to that middle grouping around 11 through 11 through 15, where I'm like, oh, some of these teams are going to be a first round exit, where I'm looking at some of these teams like Creighton at 15. It all determines on the matchups. Like I honestly think that Creighton could get eliminated in the first rounds. They're just so vulnerable in my opinion that they've just they've won close games because of other teams around them choking lately, basically. Hey, what's good, Christian? Appreciate man for dropping them by. Yeah, cards look good yesterday, Bradley puts out here. David Johnson, Samuel Williamson. Those are the 2 key players that needed to have a breakout season, and they both had a breakout game yesterday. Johnson, 21 points, 10 rebounds. Both of them with double-double. Samuel Williamson, 20 and 18. That's incredible, man. Great performance against the Georgia Tech team, who is trying to make the tournament themselves, so that's a huge win right there for Louisville. Did I hear the girl trash talker welcoming Roger in the stream here? Oh yeah, I heard about that. LeBron having words right there with 2 Atlanta Hawks fans in the front seats. So we get back to action here. 12-10 the score. 15 minutes left to go in the first half of this one. Donovan McCrabb has his NIT top seeds. I agree Providence is probably going to go there after that loss against Georgetown on Saturday. A killer. Absolute killer there that Duke missed the game-tying free throw. They probably would have won in overtime because that would have given them some type of momentum there. Baylor, as we get back into it, Jared Butler takes the 3. He sinks it. But I got Louisville, Syracuse. I'm going to take the cards there in that one. Syracuse is completely tanking. They're going to miss the tournament, I feel like, for Syracuse. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream, man. Texas, going to take a 3 off the mark. No good. Tipped up in the air. Baylor going to come up with a rebound. Quick contact from behind, though. So there's a rebounding foul picked up on the court here. Clock will stop with about 14-10. Oh, sorry to hear that. Ant puts out here. So sorry to hear that. Peace, sir. Captain Tom, national hero of the United Kingdom. So sorry to hear that, man. What happened to BYU is postponed on Thursday. Will that not make it to the NCAA tournament? No, they'll just reschedule the game at some point here, within this month, most likely. So 14 minutes left to go, first half. Baylor 3 for 5 from the perimeter so far. Jose Broncos was new on the stream here. Well, he's not new on the stream. He's in here for the first time today. So I already saw Jose a little bit earlier. So I was talking to the other one, Jose Villa. 13:40 left to go. Baylor hit the jumper there for 2. Texas has it back, right baseline, deep 2, no good. Overshot the rim right there by Matt Coleman, rebound by Baylor. Pass up the court here to Butler, wide open 3, and that's just automatic. Why, like, right there, Texas in transition. They've had a pretty good transitional team this season, but yeah, they just loaded 2 in the box underneath it was a 2-on-2 break. And one of their players just didn't pick up their man. Instead, they both tried to cover inside. When you're trying to play against the best three-point shooting team in the nation, nobody manned up on Butler, and that's an easy 3 in transition. He just sunk down. So we're going to go on a timeout once again. Shaka Smart takes a timeout. Texas in trouble now since Baylor knows how to break out of games. They lead at 20-10. Yeah, that's just way too open there for Baylor. Jared Butler just on fire. Just wide open, and not even halfway through the first half, and he has already hit 3 3-point shots by Jared Butler. He's got himself 9 points, 3 for 4 from the outside. Baylor's already knocked down 4 triples in the first 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow. Do I think KD could go to the Knicks? No, KD's staying at Brooklyn. For a very long time, KD's staying at Brooklyn right now, so he's not going to go anyplace. What game am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to do the NBA. It's going to be Bucks against Pacers tomorrow. So Bucks versus Pacers tomorrow for the NBA. Should actually be a pretty good game there. Both of those teams are the top half of the Eastern Conference playoff standings. So we're back to action. 20-10 to score. Texas now with the basketball. 13-15 left to go first half. Longhorns pass it left wing perimeter. Now they dribble to the top of the key, shot fake. Ramey looks to pass it off here. Bounce pass in, just terrible decision. Jumps the route, intercepts it there by Baylor. Matthew Meyer gets the steal. Meyer going to set it up, floats it up. Ball deflected. Great steal there by Texas. Around the perimeter by Andrew Jones. Jones has the ball here, takes the pass half court. Jones to the right wing. Looks to pass it, moves it over. Back outside to Cunningham. Over to Jones once again. He takes the 3 straight away. Splash. Hits it top of the key by Andrew Jones. 3-point shot saving Texas in this one. They just hit their third triple. Hey, what's good, Keaton? Welcome to the stream here. I appreciate it, bud, for stopping by. Oh, yeah, March Madness next month, Vegas. Cannot wait, brother. If March Madness was here right now, what seed would Drake be? A 7. Yeah, that looks pretty realistic. Probably either a 7 or an 8. I'd have to predict. Baylor missed a shot. Rebound Texas. Texas going to drive inside. And that is going to be contact and a foul before he was able to release it off. So Baylor picks up the personal. Clock will stop with 12-12. If Baylor wins the Big 12 regular season conference title, title and conference should be ranked above Gonzaga. The thing with Baylor is that they've played such a tough schedule. That's the thing. Gonzaga was supposed to play a conference game this weekend, but that game has got postponed for this weekend. So now Gonzaga's trying to find an opponent for this weekend, and they're not sure who, but there's speculation as that jumper good for 2 by Andrew Jones. There's some speculation that opponent could be Tennessee or possibly Villanova. Villanova's game this weekend has got postponed against Xavier. So Gonzaga might play against Villanova coming up on this Saturday. We'll keep you guys posted with what happens there and who they do end up playing against. That would be huge. Baylor jumper, miss it off the mark. There's a tie-up on the court. The clock will stop with 11:38. Tie-up possession arrow, Texas basketball. Does Penn State stand a chance against Wisconsin? They just played the other night. I'm gonna take Wisconsin for this upcoming one. So I'm gonna take Wisconsin for the game against Penn State. As we go to another timeout. Good game here. 20-15. Texas on a 5-zip run. Yeah, BYU needs a team this week. So what I heard is that Gonzaga's thinking about doing their conference first before they go into alternative options. And so maybe they'll schedule a third game against BYU, but if they want to go an alternate route, maybe they want to they're looking into doing possibly a non-conference game. I would love a game against Houston there. Gonzaga against Houston. That would be a great matchup because Houston Think about Houston. They're a totally different team there. They're not really explosive as far as scoring for Houston, but they can crash the glass. They're tough. They're gritty. They got big time rebounders in their team. One of their players has like multiple consecutive games with double doubles on Houston. I think it's Justin Gorham. He had like 18 rebounds a couple nights ago. Yeah, and me too, Goody. I want to see Gonzaga Baylor. Hopefully we'll see that in the national title game. Christian's question was, what's my opinion on the 8 people? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, so I think everything's pretty solid besides Kansas still ranked at 23. So I would have put Oklahoma State into the poll. Yeah, I don't get how Kansas is ranked either at 23. Other than that, everything's pretty much good. I feel like I like the fact that Purdue and Drake are finally able to be put in the top 25. Florida's back in. Florida's been playing much better. So that's good to see for them. And then I still think Florida State at number 20. I think they're more dangerous than their numbers suggest right now for Florida State. I don't think they play their best game this Saturday against Georgia Tech, but I think they're going to be much better than that for Florida State. And that number 20 ranking, that number is definitely miscalculated for Florida State, how I think they're going to turn out to be a potential deep run team. Hey, what's good, Keaton? You already said hi here. Thoughts on Virginia Tech being a 6 seed? Yeah, I think that's probably where they're going to be around or so for Virginia Tech. Probably around that, like, 5, 6, or 7 marker. So 6 looks like that's probably where they're going to land, most likely. Ohio State or Iowa? I'm going to take Iowa for that one. Yeah, it seems like the team that's, like, below the other team, Ohio State at 7, I think that's quite high for Ohio State. And we're going to see it this week. We're going to see some change in the top 10. So, yeah, I think that's quite high there at number 7. So, we're back to action. 20-15 the score. Underneath, Texas with the basketball. They're going to put it up, and there's contact underneath here. Clock will stop. The foul committed by Baylor before the shot. So, the clock will stop with 11:25. What game will I like for BYU this week? Preferably, well, they're going to have to play a conference game. Just make up a conference game. So Texas gets the inbound, 11:20 left to go. Shot got swatted right there by Flo Thamba, but Texas able to get it back. Longhorns have it top of the key. Andrew Jones dribbles towards his left. Jones now at the left elbow, passes back out on top here to Coleman. Coleman pushed off, and there's a whistle. That's an offensive foul. Matt Coleman right there just throws the elbow out, pushes off. That's Texas's third offensive foul. Yeah, USC versus Stanford. That should be a great matchup this week. Really good matchup between those two teams. I'm going to take Tom Brady and the Bucks. I'm not going to bet against Tom in the Super Bowl. 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Baylor now with the ball up by 5. Bears move it back to the top of the key. Pass over to Davion Mitchell. Shot fake, moves it over to the top once again. Back outside to Mitchell. He'll take the open 3. Splash from the perimeter. Hits it. 23-15. Better chance to make the tournament, Duke or Michigan State? I'm going to take Duke right now. Duke has been like a seesaw, basically. Texas floats it up in the key. That's good for 2. So Duke blew out Clemson. Somehow Clemson's in the bracket mix still. So I still think Duke's got a chance. Reason why they just haven't played like a ton of games. Whereas Michigan State, I think it's going to be really tough. Depending on, because of where they play in the conference right now and what's going on for Michigan State currently. That they just struggle to score, and before their pause, they were really struggling to defend. Prediction for Duke versus UNC this weekend. I'm going to take North Carolina in that one. 10-10 left to go in the first half. Texas now has it. Moves it over to Greg Brown. Brown dribble drives inside, lost control of the basketball. A huge collision as the clock will stop with 10 minutes left to go, and it's going to be a Texas offensive foul by Greg Brown. So that's the 4th personal now of the game for Texas in the second half. Yep, massive collision right there. Brown lost control of the basketball, and Baylor took the charge. He's lucky. More so, I think that was a generous call for Greg Brown, because Texas picked up the personal foul, but Baylor had a steal, and they looked like they were going to go off to the races for 2 more with that steal. So the Bears get the basketball. Baylor has it, drives inside, floats it up, tons of contact, and that will be on the ground here. Looks like a blocking foul by Texas, so they pick up their 5th personal, and it's going to send Baylor to the free throw line shooting 2 with Maceo Teague. Yeah, NCAA football video games are back there, so that big announcement today. So it's a huge announcement. Iowa versus Houston. I would take Houston in that one, just because of Houston's defense. I think Houston's defense will be able to hold Iowa in check. Houston's got, they've got a really solid rebounding team, and they also can guard the perimeter really well. So yeah, that game actually doesn't happen. But if it happens in the tournament, Iowa versus Houston, Houston's the American, so that game can't happen now. But if those two teams meet up in the tournament, I would take Houston in that one if they meet up in the tournament. But yeah, Houston plays East Carolina on Saturday. Yeah, so yeah, that means they can't play Gonzaga. Yeah, that would be a great matchup. I know a lot of people were calling for that for Gonzaga versus Houston, but they already have a game scheduled. It's probably going to be Tennessee, because Tennessee's supposed to play against Kentucky, but there's no... But we don't know about Kentucky this week, though, if they're still going to be on the pause or not for a little longer for that game on Saturday. As we're back to action, 25-17, Baylor went 2 for 2 that trip of the line. Texas basketball. Longhorns have it at the right corner. Matt Coleman passes now to Ramey. Ramey at the right elbow, double teamed. Ramey dribbles back around the perimeter. 13 on the shot clock, 9:20 left to go. Moves it out to the left wing here. Andrew Jones around the perimeter, guarded by Maceo Teague. Jones dribble, spin move at the free throw circle, lost. Oh, he able to get it back. Wow, what a move there. He lost control of it for a moment, but puts it up and in for 2 off the backboard. 25-19 the score. 9 minutes left to go in the first half. This game's going by really fast so far. Like, we've only taken, I think, like 2 timeouts, or 2 commercial breaks so far in this one. This game's moving by fast. 8:50 left to go. Because, yeah, I've yet to update you guys with scoreboard updates. We got a ton of games going on. Good for 2 in the post. Jared Butler, he is hungry. And he has got more today for Butler. 11 points already in double figures. Baylor by 8. Texas jumper off the mark. Rebound Baylor. Bears now with the ball. Hey, what's good, dude? Durham, welcome to the stream. Massive game tonight. 3-point shot open. Baylor missed it. Offensive rebound, Mark Vital. He puts it up. It's going to get tapped out of bounds, though. Last touch by Texas. Vital was looking for a foul, couldn't get one. And the clock will stop with 8:24. Oh, yeah. Dude, Durham's been to Louisville. Oh, yeah. It would be the other way around if you went to Lexington there. The thoughts about Louisville. Oh, yeah. Such a heated rivalry between Kentucky and Louisville. Do I think San Diego will play BYU this year? Yes. They're going to make up that game at some point. 8:15 left to go. Texas will get it back. Baylor missed a shot. It got rebounded by Texas here. Texas deep jumper. Top of the key. Missed it off the mark by Kai Jones. Rebound Baylor. The Bears now have it. 8 minutes left to go. Davion Mitchell, one-on-one. Dribble drive inside with a turbo boost right there on the R1 and the PlayStation controller. Puts it up and in off the backboard. That's good for 2. 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Texas now with the ball. Texas at the left wing. Andrew Jones moves it outside to Ramey. Ramey dribbles towards his right. Ramey drives as he passes underneath. Big jam thrown down right there. Kai Jones with a two-handed flush. 8-point game. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate it all for stopping by here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Looks like Iowa State up against West Virginia. These two teams actually are. Iowa State, West Virginia. They played against each other back in December, and West Virginia only won that game by 5. As Baylor takes the 3-point shot, it's good. Davion Mitchell hits at the right wing. This game's getting out of control now. Texas should probably look towards taking a timeout or so. Texas, instead, going to take a deep 3, hits it. That is much needed there for the Longhorns. Andrew Jones knocks it down. 10 points by him, keeping his team in the game here as he hit down the second perimeter triple. 6:50 left to go. Baylor dribbles towards their right. Teague puts the ball now into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell hands it off to Meyer. Meyer, dribble drive inside here. As he'll go stop and pop, turnaround jumper, hits it. That's a tough one and able to hit it at the right elbow. Just no response so far by Texas's defense here to slow down Baylor. 6:30 left to go before halftime. This game is moving by. Oh, man, it is fast. Texas has it. Top of the key, Jones. Jones now dribbles. He drives inside. Reverse-handed layup. There's contact and a foul. Personal foul picked up by Baylor, number 23, Chamba Chetua. It's going to send Texas to the free throw line. All right, so we're going to take a timeout here. 6:20 left to go. We'll keep you guys updated. Scoreboard updates here in just a moment as we're on Behind the Arc Basketball. All right, feel free to let me know something, Keaton. Which do you think's the best rivalry, Duke, UNC, or Kentucky, Louisville? Both of them incredible, but I would have to take Duke versus UNC there. Hey, what's good, Cameron? Welcome to the stream. Yep, Florida finally getting ranked. All right, so right now in this timeout, Purdue leading Maryland at halftime, 27-24 to score. That's a huge game for Maryland if they want to get into that NCAA tournament picture today, going up against number 24 ranked Purdue. And other scores, wow. Oh, man. Michigan State leading Iowa 23-13. Talk about desperation. Holy smokes, Iowa's only scored 13 points in the first 8 minutes. Man, that's not Iowa. Against the Michigan State team that's been struggling defensively throughout the season, especially in conference play. Tennessee leading Ole Miss 23-15. West Virginia losing against 2-9 Iowa State 26-25. West Virginia's a team that just doesn't wake up until like 12 minutes remaining left to go in the second half. So yeah, expect West Virginia not to wake up until like the final 12 minutes of that one. Clemson leading UNC 24-15. Georgia up against Auburn 27-24. And then Toledo leads Akron 32-22. Those are scores today. Kansas takes on K-State later today there. Kansas an 18-point favorite in the Sunflower Showdown. Last winter, remember what happened in the Sunflower Showdown Classic with Silvio De Souza with a stole. This season, though, Silvio De Souza opted out, so he's not playing this season for Kansas. But either way, just take away the records off the board. Kansas is 11-6. Kansas State's 5-13. Doesn't matter in that type of matchup tonight in the Sunflower Showdown. It's going to be quite the beatdown. That is one thing for sure. Yeah, unbelievable. So Christian puts out here, cannot believe that Duke and UNC will play each other unranked. Yeah, I heard it's like the first time since like 1961 that at least one of them was ranked. Hey, what's good, Timo? Welcome on the stream here, brother. Hope all is well. Glad to have you out here once again. Yeah, I was losing. Can't believe it, man. All these games that I predicted once again. I had Iowa beating Michigan State. At least they get Tennessee up against Ole Miss right now. But West Virginia losing against Iowa State 26-25. So there's a couple upsets going on currently here in college. So we'll keep you guys posted tonight about how these games go on. Man, Aaron Henry already with 10 points for Michigan State. 26-17, Michigan State by 9 over Iowa. And yeah, they're almost halfway through the first half. Okay, so we're back to action. 6:20. This game's moving by fast. 6:20 left to go in the first half. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up at the line by Texas. Baylor just picked up their 5th personal. First free throw coming up. And they missed it. No good. Off the back rim by Andrew Jones. Yep, hey, at least we don't have to see Silvio De Souza try and throw a chair at somebody. Oh, classic from last year. Hey, what's good, Ronnie? Appreciate it, man, for stopping by. 161 over or under for this one. I'm probably going to take the under for that one today. Second free throw good. 34-25. Approaching 6 minutes left to go. Baylor dribbles to the left baseline. Yeah, Texas, I feel like Texas is going to make the adjustments necessary in the second half defensively. As Baylor able to get by, that's good for 2. Jared Butler now with 13 points for Baylor. 5:40 left to go in the first half. Texas has the ball. Dribbles towards their left wing, Matt Coleman at the left elbow, guarded by Jared Butler. 5.5 left to go. Coleman moves it over to the right wing to Jones. It's going pretty well. Glad to have you on the stream here, man. Jones has it, and that will be a personal foul picked up on the court here. It's going to be picked up by Baylor, their 6th. The clock will stop with 5:27. Let's see. I'll take a look and see if anything's new. Texas gets the inbound, right corner perimeter, 5.5 left to go. Jones dribbles, ball's on the ground, able to get it back. It's passed over to Cunningham, turnaround jumper, missed it off the mark, tipped up in the air, and an offensive rebound by Texas. They're going to keep it alive. Texas takes a 3, missed it off the mark, tapped up in the air, and after all that, Baylor finally able to come up with a rebound there by Chamba Chatua. 5 minutes left to go before halftime here. Baylor going to slow it down. Jared Butler takes the pass half court, guarded by Ramey. Butler moves it over to the top of the key. Passes over to the left wing into the hands of Meyer. Meyer at the top. Meyer now dribbles. Shot fake, and there's contact looking for the foul. Couldn't get one. Here goes Texas on the steal. Longhorns drive inside. Good for 2. Up and in by Andrew Jones. So Matthew Meyer just does not play defense on that play, as he was just looking around for the call, just stood there in the court where he got bumped into, and instead Texas in numbers, and it led to the fast break layup. So here goes Baylor up by 9. They have the ball. Top of the key, Flagler moves it outside over to Butler. Butler already with 13. Butler step back 3, looks for 16, missed it, though off the mark. Rebound Texas. Longhorns going to have it back here, pass half court. Jones moves over inside. Jericho Sims with the ball with a quick personal foul, picked up with 4:01 left to go. Clock will stop now. 7th personal by Baylor, so that's going to send Texas now into the bonus first time today. What days do I think BYU makes up the game against San Diego? So they postponed the BYU San Diego game. It's going to be anywhere probably after the next 4 weeks. So not until after like February 26th, because this is assuming that San Diego goes on pause for like the next 14 days or so now. So it's probably going to be rescheduled anytime after the 16th. 1-1 bonus, missed the free throw, no good by Jericho Sims. A rebound Baylor. Baylor now with the ball. They're going to dribble past half court. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. They pass it back on the top here. Davion Mitchell moves it over to Teague. Back outside to Vital. Vital dribbles. Drives inside right hand. Puts it up and in. That's good for 2. 38-27. 3.5 left to go. Texas ball. Coleman moves it back outside. Into the hands of Andrew Jones. Hey, what's good? It's Silent Arcan. Welcome to the stream here. And Texas is going to get called underneath there for the turnover. It's going to go right back over to Baylor with 3:26. Let's see here. So it was early on that the line was actually 5.5. According to ESPN, I just checked ESPN, the line's actually 5 right now. So that's what ESPN has. Well, it was 5.5 before the game, now it's at 5. So right now we're just in a timeout here, 38-27, Baylor by 11. So we got 3:26 left to go. So we go on this timeout. If you guys are new to the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate you guys for stopping by here on Behind the Arc Basketball tonight for some great play-by-play of college hoops going down. Yeah, it looks like you already said that, like, a ton of times, Keaton. All right, so right now we're just on the timeout here as we take a look. Scoreboard update for college basketball. Michigan State leads by 7 over Iowa, 28-21 the score there. So Iowa catching up a little bit. Tennessee up by 7 against Ole Miss, 26-19. Jose hoping for the Longhorns here to pull off the upset. West Virginia finally leading 34-26 after a rough start against Iowa State. And then Clemson, wow. I just cannot get a read into Clemson this season. It's like one game, like they beat Louisville last week, and then they take on Duke and they get destroyed by Duke. It's like they show up for one game, the next game they forget to show up. Yeah, there's a couple upsets today. So Clemson leading North Carolina 27-16. Welcome to Russell on the stream here. And yeah, the one that's big right now is Michigan State leading Iowa by 7, 28-21 to score that one. Purdue up against Maryland 31-26. So we'll keep you guys posted. And also Auburn trailing against Georgia. That's a game that I would think that Auburn should definitely have in the bag against Georgia. Auburn's at home as well. And Auburn losing by 5, 32-27 the score. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted throughout the night. Kansas taking on K-State, so that's gonna be quite the showdown there when you throw out the records out the window. Yeah, Gonzaga destroyed Pepperdine the other day. 100 points off of mostly 2-point shots. Oh yeah, so good. As we're right back into action here, 38-27 to score. We got 3 minutes left to go before halftime. It's going to be Baylor basketball. Baylor feeds it underneath, but that was well away. And just airmail to pass out of bounds. Turnover there by the Bears. What if Kansas loses? Well, that's going to go from being a tournament team all the way to missing out on the tournament. If you lose against Kansas State, you don't belong in the tournament. 2:40 left to go here. Texas floats it out to the right wing. Matt Coleman back outside. Into the hands here of Ramey. Ramey dribbles at the top of the key. Ramey passes back out to Coleman at the right wing. Andrew Jones now with the ball. Jones dribbles, backs his way, turnaround jumper, takes it, makes it. Good mid-range jumper there for 2 by Andrew Jones. 9-point game. 38-29. Andrew Jones keeping his team into the game. More than half of his team's points with 15 out of the 29 for Texas. 2:10 left to go. Yeah, if Kansas loses to K-State, no reason why you belong in the top 25. Pass underneath off the fingertips of Vital, and Texas going to come up with a steal with 2 minutes left to go. Hey, what's good, Jason? Welcome to the stream. We got about like 5.5 inches where I was. It was really just heavy, wet snow. We got like a lot of sleet where we were, so we got like a ton of mixing. Other places got like 2 feet of snow, though. So, some of the places is quite odd. Like, some of the places got, like, nothing. Like, Cape Cod. But, where I was, we got 5.5 inches. And then other places, like, out towards, like, Western Mass, like, Connecticut and New York, they got, like, 2 feet of snow out there. Pass underneath by Texas. Gonna move it over to the left corner. They dribble left baseline. Big jam. Throws it down for 2 by Jericho Sims. It's a 7-point game. Welcoming Jason out to the stream here, man. Yeah, yep. Definitely, yeah, so Kansas State, the worst power conference team. If you lose to them, shouldn't even be ranked. Baylor dribbles right baseline. Underneath, gonna put it up. Contact. And they'll say an offensive foul. So Baylor pushed off. It's gonna go back over to Texas. Yeah, I heard about that. North California got snow too. Up towards, like, Oregon. I was watching some of those videos up there. It's crazy. Like that whole system. Like California, a week and a half. Like California, about like 5 days ago, they got bad. A pretty bad storm. Yeah, me too, Vegas. Yeah, so we were expecting 12 to 15 inches where we were. Minute 15 left to go. Texas has it. Down by 7. They take a 3. Hit the front rim, no good. A rebound, Baylor. Bears going to take it back half court. Baylor bounce past the left wing. Flagler, he'll take the open 3-point shot. Miss it off the mark. Hey, what's good, John? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I'd still go with Kansas State there, just because Kansas State lost to a Division II team. It seems like BC's gotten worse and worse throughout the season. It's too bad. Like they played such a good game in their opening night game against Villanova, and then but besides that game that they crushed Miami, it's just really been like a struggle. Okay, so Baylor's gonna have it back. 52 seconds left to go before half. Global warming, June and July, snow coming. Oh, I remember it was 2015 when I was going up to college in 2015. I went up to college up towards Boston, so I went up to college right near the Blue Hills, right below Boston, and that whole Blue Hill Mountain at the reservation site. They had a pile of snow that didn't melt until like late June. Texas off a steal by Baylor there in the backcourt, and Texas gonna jack up a 3 and they hit it. That's good. Puts it to a 4-point game. Texas still very well in this game, even though they were down by double digits at once. 24 seconds left to go. Baylor now with the basketball. Davion Mitchell dribbles towards the left wing. Mitchell gonna slow it down. 8 on the shot clock. 16 left to go remaining. Mitchell takes the 3 straight away. Got it. Money. 41-34, 7-point Baylor lead. That was a huge one. Davion Mitchell, 16 3-point shots. Texas has it. 1 second left to go. Got to take a 3 deep. Coleman, no good. Hit the front rim, and we go into halftime. That possession just took way too long right there for Texas, as they took one extra pass, and it was just as the shot clock was going down. Yep, everybody. Kansas State is the worst. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, hold my beer. Mississippi Valley State, hold my beer. Times 100. Yep, Dominic Crab's got it. Yeah, Mississippi Valley State. Yep, Chicago State. Classic teams. Yeah, I hear you, John. Say with me, man. I just really want a great college team in Mass once again. Yeah, hopefully BC will be able to make the coaching adjustments here in the offseason. Get somebody new that can really just help turn around the program instead of being stuck at the bottom. So now it's going to be 12 years without an NCAA tournament appearance for Boston College. And just stuck at the bottom, basically, the ACC. Oh, man. Dude, Darren watched the Arkansas Pine Bluff game last week. Turned over the ball like 24 times. Ouch. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was somebody. Okay, so yeah, it was Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin turned over the ball in non-conference play 35 times against Baylor when they played them. And that was the Stephen F. Austin team that last year they had like a record of like, I think it was like 28-3 last year for Stephen F. Austin. And they played Baylor back in December. They turned it over like 35 times. I think that's like top 10 for like a record of most turnovers. Yeah, Northeastern's looking good this season. Yeah, hopefully they're able to get the automatic qualifier in their conference. That would be a no, Keaton. You're on the stream for the first time today, man. So right now we're just at halftime here. Michigan State leading Iowa 32-26. Tennessee up against Ole Miss 28-23. And then West Virginia leading Iowa State now. That's a closer game than usual, 37-31. Hey, what's good, Snake Durant? Good, appreciate bud for stopping by. Yeah, he's surprised Baylor's still undefeated, and they're playing such a difficult schedule, man. All these top 25 teams throwing at them left and right here for Baylor, and they just keep on responding, 16-0, and this is going to be one of the deepest backcourts I've ever seen in college history for Baylor. Just the guard play is just incredible on this roster here. Davion Mitchell at halftime, he has sunk down 4 3-point shots. Jared Butler, he sunk down 3 3-point shots in the first 7 minutes. Both of these players already with double figures at halftime. Mitchell with 16 points, Butler with 13 points. And then for Texas, keeping them in the game, Andrew Jones has got 15 points for Texas so far. Yeah, UMass Lowell could possibly win the America East. Donovan McCrabb puts out. Yeah, they have to get the automatic qualifier. So that means they're going to have to take down teams higher than them in the America East tournament, like Vermont, UMBC. UMass Lowell actually played Ohio State close back in the non-conference slate. I'm still going to go with Vermont, though, to get to the tournament. Yeah, even Boston University still has a chance, depending on because BU actually won the conference tournament last year for the Patriot League, but it's really tough to get past Colgate this season, though. Colgate by far. Colgate and also Navy. Those are the top 2 teams right there. Colgate and Navy out of the Patriot League this year. Even though it's disappointing for BU because they only lost one player from their roster last year, which happened to be their top scorer, Max Mahoney. Other than that, they got everybody back. I thought Walter White would have a massive impact and be the Patriot League Player of the Year, but it just has been rough this year. They didn't even play against Holy Cross last week, and yeah, Holy Cross has been on the bottom for quite some time. Hey, what's good, Brock? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate it for stopping on by, bud. Yeah, Dude Durham's got a good point right here. Yeah, I would have gone to Gonzaga as well. Yeah, I would have gone with Gonzaga as well, if I had to predict who would win that game. So I would have taken Gonzaga over Baylor, but that probably would have been by 1 possession or so. Hopefully we get a national championship, Gonzaga versus Baylor. I really do hope so, because these 2 teams have just really proven it so far. Each and every single step, perfection. Yeah, I agree, John. For the head coach of Vermont, for John Becker there, definitely needs a better job. Yeah, Vermont's been at the top of the America East for quite some time now. Chiefs or Niners? I'm going to take Bucks. I'm going to take Bucks for that, Keaton. It's not the Niners in the Super Bowl. That happened last season. Hey, what's good, Warren? Welcome to the stream, man. Yep, needs to happen. Totally agree. We need it after what we've been through for this year. Definitely need it. What's good, Landon? Welcome to the stream, man. Warren just got out of work. Glad to have you in the stream here once again, brother. So yeah, right now we're just at halftime. Baylor by 7 in this game so far at the half. By the way, Michigan State, Iowa. This game has 0 defense in it, according to what the points are right now. Michigan State leads Iowa 37-35, and there's still over 3 minutes left to go before halftime in that game currently. Whereas Tennessee versus Ole Miss, that has completely been the opposite of Michigan State, Iowa. Tennessee up at the half, 28-23, hard offensive type of game right there between the 2 teams. And then Clemson, this is a shocker here. Clemson leading North Carolina at the half here, 33-21. Georgia by 9, also another shocker. Georgia leading Auburn, 39-30. Hey, no problem, Landon. Just calling the first half on Sportscaster. No problem, man. Yep, Golden State against the Celtics, late game tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, I won't be calling that one because that one's such a late game. Need to get up early for work tomorrow. Friday, though, I plan on covering the late game on Friday since since I don't need to like get up early for work on Saturday morning. So Celtics against Clippers, I plan on calling that one on Friday. Tomorrow's going to be the Pacers against the Bucks tomorrow for the NBA. And then I'll have to see what I want to do on Thursday. There's a really good college game on Thursday. I might do that. There's also an NBA game as well. But I'm leaning towards doing Ohio State. I think it's Ohio State, Iowa on Thursday. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna double check that just so I know. It's definitely it's a good game on Thursday. Whoever plays each other though. Oh that's odd why Iowa plays today and then they play on Thursday. That's why I was kind of finding myself odd when I was saying that. But yeah, that's correct. Ohio State takes on Iowa on Thursday. So interesting. So so yeah, Iowa plays today and then Iowa plays on Thursday. That's very odd. You usually see a team play on Tuesday or Wednesday, then they play on Saturday, or Tuesday and then they play on Friday. But no, they put that game on Thursday, which is interesting. Texas Tech, Illinois National Championship. Dominic McCrabb putting out here. Texas Tech is they're mentally tough. That was a huge victory for them yesterday, without Mac McClung hitting a single shot either in that one. Hey, what's good, Preston? Welcome to the stream. No problem, man. Glad to have you in the stream once again, brother. Hope all is well. Wow. Michigan State already drilling down 7 3-point shots. And, I was cold. 2 for 9 from the outside for Iowa. Yeah, I'm not really that high on Iowa to make it far for, like, for the tournament. I probably see them to around, like, the Sweet 16, most likely for Iowa. Villanova versus UConn. UConn's going to have to get a very healthy James Bouknight back. They have a great defense for UConn, but they're right now just missing Bouknight, just trying to really just get through these next couple weeks until Bouknight comes back, and hopefully it trends them in the correct direction. My name is Sal, by the way, Keaton. S-A-L. Okay? So, yeah, right now we're just at halftime between these two teams currently. Haven't taken a look at NBA scores today, so we'll do that right now. Magic lead the Raptors 49-45 to score. And the Clippers up against the Nets 20-11. So there's only 2 games currently in action in the NBA. And the Brooklyn Nets already losing against the Clippers. Of course, these NBA games, that's the first quarter. So there's a lot of comebacks in the NBA this season. We've called a bunch of comebacks. But yeah, of course anything's possible, especially with a big 3 at Brooklyn. But it's just been a concern. Brooklyn's defense, that's been the thing this season. Hey, what's good, Darren? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope all is going well, brother. So, yeah, good first half. Texas was actually trailing at one point by double-digit points. They were losing by 11 at one point in this game. And now it's only a 7-point game at halftime. Big 3-point shot, though, by Davion Mitchell right before half for Baylor. Would have been a 4-point game, but that's a huge 3-point shot. Silent Arcam puts out Final Four all Big East teams. Gonzaga will lose to MAC team 16 seed. Yeah, Siena. Gonzaga versus Siena in the first round. It's probably going to be, I'm thinking about a 16. It's probably going to be one of those SWAC or MEAC teams, like a North Carolina Central or something that comes out of that. Or like a Grambling or a Southern. I don't even know who's at the top of that conference or so. Prairie View A&M, like one of those types of teams. Oh yeah, yes, Jason. Thanks so much, my man. It came in the mail yesterday. My girlfriend got the package. She's gonna go up to my place coming up this weekend to give me the baseball or the sports cards. Yeah, you got. Thanks so much, man. Absolute legend here with my man Jason. Darren's got the Clippers on that one on the line today. Keegan looking for Kansas to hopefully stop losing. They should definitely be able to respond with a W today against Kansas State. If they lose that game against Kansas State, there's major problems. And for Kansas, if they suffer a loss there, they go all the way from in the bracket to all the way outside the bracket for Kansas. There's no reason why a team should be in the top 25 if you lose against a team that's that bad with Kansas State. But on the other hand, I don't even know how Joe Lunardi puts that Providence is still in the bracket, or Providence is just outside the top, just outside the NCAA tournament bracket in the first 8 out grouping when they lost against Georgetown. And on my stream on Saturday, I was talking about how bad of a team Georgetown was this season, unfortunately, how they were one of the bottom power conference teams along with Kansas State and Washington, Iowa State. And it's just sad. Very sad. I can't believe how in the world. I don't know myself. It's just mind-boggling. It's like the people that say Marquette bubble team. It's like, what makes you think that Marquette's a bubble team? They're way far away from being a bubble team this season for Marquette. Taking a look at that game against Butler from earlier today, they did win. Marquette almost choked on another one, 70-67. Marquette led by 12 at halftime. They almost choked on a big one. They ended up beating Butler by 3. Notre Dame won against Wake Forest 79-58. Of course, for Notre Dame, they're still far away from the bubble. High-rising teams, watch out for St. John's, but they got a tough schedule. Time will tell if St. John's will make it into the NCAA tournament. They got one of the toughest schedules in the nation coming up for college basketball in this month of February. 2 games against Villanova, one of them tomorrow. I think they also got Xavier on the schedule. They also got UConn. And they got 2 games against Providence too for St. John's. So St. John's has got really just difficult schedule coming up. They've gotten through the bottom tier teams in the conference of the Big East: Butler, Georgetown, Marquette. Now we're gonna see if St. John's out of nowhere can be an NCAA tournament team. They actually got They've got fewer losses than Providence and Marquette. They've got 7 losses for St. John's. Wow, Fred VanVleet, 25 out of the Raptors, 54 points. That's huge, man, because I got Fred VanVleet over on my fantasy team. Check Jerry Palm, the GOAT. Silent Arcane putting out. Yeah, it's quite different a bracketology between the two with Jerry Palm and Lunardi right now. Yeah, Tennessee is up, okay, so by 5 now, 28-23 against Ole Miss. Really just defensive type of game there. Wow. Darren puts out Notre Dame made money on the team total today for the over there. Wow. Hey, what's good, Braden? Welcome to the stream, man. He went from playing me to somebody who was playing with Klay Thompson starting. Oof. Ouch. Yeah, it's his first time today, so it's nothing inappropriate. It's just he's just keeps on repeating my name and saying hi a lot. Tennessee 9 assists on 11 buckets. Yeah, unreal that game's actually close. And that of course, a defensive type of game. That's what Tennessee's been in all season long. On just 11 buckets. So wow. Yeah, very slow-paced game, it seems like. As we get back for the second half, it's going to be Texas basketball. They go right to left in the court. Texas dishes over to the right corner. Open 3. They take it and they make it. Great start for Texas. Andrew Jones, right corner. Triple. It's a 4-point game. Hey, what's good, Makeel? Welcome to the stream, man. 19:35 left to go. We just start off the second half. Baylor now with the ball. Underneath shot fake. Flo Thamba puts it up. Blocked from behind. And Texas going to get the ball here by Brock Cunningham. They move it up past half court. Pass over to Craig Brown. Shot fake to the left. He'll take a three and gets it again. Back-to-back triples by Texas. Guess what? It is a one-point game, 41-40. One minute through so far in the second half. Baylor basketball. Butler dribbles to the top of the key. Butler moves it out to the right corner to Teague. Teague now has it. Teague with 8 on the shot clock. Teague at the right wing dribbles. Pass over to Vital. Dish underneath to Teague. Right baseline. Got it for 2. That's good. Yeah, wow. What a comeback by Iowa right there, man. 46-43. They're up against Michigan State. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. Make sure. Yep, 46-43. 30 seconds left to go before halftime. That's a slow game between those two. Yeah, I was in there for a little bit, Makeel. Yeah, hopefully John Stream's able to go okay today. I heard he's been having like a lot of internet problems at his house lately. We had the big storm yesterday though. So I don't know if it was like anything with his like like anything with his internet connection. Probably is what happened there. Dribble drive inside as Baylor tried to turn the corner. They get called for the turnover underneath. It's gonna be Texas ball here. 9-zip, Kansas beating K-State. Yeah, no surprise there. I feel like Kansas just gonna take their frustration out for Kansas State. So Jeff Goodman reporting Villanova. Okay, wow. So yeah, so no Gonzaga this week for Villanova. Jeff Goodman reporting Villanova likely to play Georgetown this week. Oh boy. All right, that should be an easy dub right there for Nova. Texas has it at the right elbow. There's more contact, and it's going to be Baylor who picks up the personal foul by Davion Mitchell here. Clock will stop with 18:19 left to go. Baylor plays this weekend. It's at home against TCU. So Baylor's only got two easy games left. Saturday against TCU, and then they also got February 23rd against Iowa State. Other than that, they got the rest of their teams in the top 25. Jumper, no good off the mark by Texas. Baylor floats it up over the top. Oh, they missed the alley-oop jam off as Vital missed the dunk. Able to get the ball right back. Moves it out to the right corner. Feeds it back outside Mitchell. Mitchell swings it out left corner. Wide open 3. Takes it by Teague. Off the mark, no good. A little bit wide of a shot. Offensive rebound, Vital tries to put it up, but it goes off his chest and out of bounds right there as he gets swatted. Great defense by Courtney Ramey in the post. So, Baylor's upcoming schedule here, they take on the TCU on Saturday. Other than that, after that, they got quite a top 25 schedule. Oklahoma, Texas Tech, back-to-back against West Virginia on a Monday and Thursday on February 15th and the 18th. 2 straight against West Virginia. Then they got Oklahoma State on the 20th, Iowa State on the 23rd, and Kansas to close it out on the 23rd. Pass inside over to Texas. Going to throw it down with a two-handed jam. 43-42, 17-20 left to go. Baylor now the ball at the right baseline. Butler takes the jumper. Oh, he got it. Difficult shot right there. Able to hit it by Jared Butler. $17 minutes left to go. Texas ball. Matt Coleman going to take it past half court. Coleman dribbles towards his left. He'll take the 3. Step back. Splash. Tie game 45 even. Illinois or Indiana? I'm going to take Indiana tonight in the upset. Indiana's gonna have to play with desperation tonight, and they're a team on the bubble, and I think they're a team that could possibly have the chance to pull off the upset here. Is Texas gonna get the steal? Here's the chance to take the lead, and they do with a dunk. Actually, before that, they counted as a 2, so it was 45-44. So they get the dunk. Texas leads by 1 here, 46-45. So that was before that. I thought it was a 3. They said it was a 2. First lead of the game here. Texas was trailing at one point by 11 points. Off of the steal and the key. They passed the ball, touchdown pass up the court, and threw down a two-handed jam. And look at this if you guys are just joining us. Texas with a 1-point lead. Hey, appreciate Jason for stopping on by, man, and enjoy your meal, bud. Looks like Vegas eating a burrito right now. Alright, so yeah, we'll be back in a little bit as well for Indiana against Illinois for that game later tonight. Alright, so right now, just quick scoreboard update. We take a look at it here. And Iowa up against Michigan State, 48-43. The score now. When Tennessee leading Ole Miss now 35-27. West Virginia by 10 over Iowa State, 46-36. Shocker here, Clemson leading North Carolina 38-25. I just cannot get Clemson lately. It's one game they get blown out, and the next game they win. It seems to be Georgia leading Auburn 55-52. Kansas leading Kansas State 13-4. Hey, no problem, Armando. Welcome back in the stream, man. No coaches challenges yet. KU or Ohio State? I'll take Ohio State right there over Kansas. Kansas just been really disappointing. Nova, UConn, Xavier, St. John's, Final Four. St. John's with a huge week coming up for St. John's. Massive week if they want to get back into the tournament picture. That'll be the first time this season that St. John's is would be a part of the tournament picture. Actually, we're in the second half too, right now. So we're in the second half. All right, so we're getting right back to action here. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Texas has come from 11 down to take the lead here as they're up 46-45 for their first lead of the game. Big reason why Andrew Jones having an incredible game tonight for the Longhorns here. 20 points for Jones, 8 for 12 from the floor, 3 for 6 from the perimeter, carrying the Longhorns with almost just under half of his team's points. Part of a 13-4 run by Texas. Baylor now with the basketball. Bears have it at the left wing perimeter. They dribble top of the key. It's Davion Mitchell. Mitchell now. Dribble drive inside from Mitchell. Passes right back around to the right wing into the hands of Flagler. Back out to the top. Over to Butler. Butler has it. Shot fake. He'll take the three straight away off the mark. Rolled around the rim and out. No good. Rebound Texas. Hey, what's good, Mavs fan legend? Appreciate you here for stopping by. Finding my stream. Texas pass up to the left baseline. It's going to get intercepted, though, by Baylor. Here goes the Bears. Butler tries to float up, got blocked, and that's going to go right back over to the Longhorns right there by Jericho Sims as he gets the basketball in the key. He tried to dribble back out. Baylor with a steal from behind. Takes the three. And there's a whistle here. Clock will stop. Injured player for Baylor down, and this is not good. Mark Vital is the one who's down right now for Baylor, and he's in the key. And, oh, man. This would be a bad loss for Baylor if, Mark Vital trying to go up for the rebound. Oh, he might have got hit by his own teammate trying to go up for that rebound right there. Alright, so we're going to go on another timeout in this one here, folks. 46-45 the score. Right before the timeout, Mark Vital, he was down on the ground for Baylor inside the key. Hopefully he's able to get back up. We'll update you guys after the timeout. Yeah, Baylor was up by 11 at this one. Usually they're the team that come out on top and not blow leads. Yeah, I graduated school a long time ago, Keaton. Will I stream Villanova this week? Probably not, most likely. It's a lot of good games. I'm not sure yet about my schedule coming up either. Should Vaughn drop players if they get injured because of the injury bug is hitting them back? Ouch. Yeah, definitely need to look at some fresh players here coming up. St. John's is supposed to take on Villanova tomorrow, so that's going to be actually a huge game. So St. John's, Villanova tomorrow. That game against Xavier, that has been postponed on Sunday. I'm just gonna double check. I heard today it was postponed for Xavier. Yeah, so wow. Okay, yeah, so they postponed it, so it's just that one game for tomorrow for Villanova. Oh yeah, they take on Georgetown, so they reschedule for Georgetown. Yeah, those are gonna be that's an easy W, right there. So no more Xavier. That would have been a good game against Xavier. They're gonna have to postpone it again. That's too bad for Xavier. They've gone on 2 pauses right now for them. It's just like, it's terrible luck. Like, UMass has gone on 3 separate pauses this season. St. Louis is on another pause. They've only played 1 conference game. UConn's on another pause. So UConn on their second pause. It's just unfortunate what's going on. As we take a look right now, college basketball updates here. Iowa leading Michigan State 48-43. Tennessee up against Ole Miss 35-27. And West Virginia leading Iowa State now 50-38. And Kansas up against K-State. No surprise there, 16-6. Georgia by 6 over Auburn, 58-52. And Clemson leading by 7 now against North Carolina, 38-31. UNC trying to close in. Alright, so we're going to get back to action here. I would take Tom Brady's alma mater. Right there, Keaton. Baylor dribbles right baseline. Butler back out to the top of the key. Moves over to Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles now. Free throw circle jumper. Takes in. He makes it. Splash. For 2 by Davion Mitchell. Baylor now with a 1-point lead. Second lead change now. 15 minutes left to go. Texas ball. Yeah, it's like Dude Durham puts out Xavier. They played in 2021 yet. They played really early on because I remember calling the Xavier game when they won at the buzzer against Providence, and then after that they went on the pause. So Xavier's been on the pause now for around over 2 weeks basically. It feels like for Xavier. St. Louis is even more. St. Louis came back. They played that 1 game against Dayton and then just went on another pause again. Jumper no good. Missed off the mark by Texas. Rebound Baylor. Okay, so before that, actually, as we come out of the timeout, it was a 3-point shot before. Lob over the top, that's good for the alley-oop jam there by Chanwa Chatua. Okay, so a little bit of a scoreboard discrepancy here is that there was a 3-point shot taken by Texas. I had thought it was a 3. It clearly looked like a 3. And then ESPN put it to a 2, but it happened to be a 3. Bounce pass underneath Texas. Tons of contact. Refs are going to say no foul, and he just floats it up. That's good for 2 by Andrew Jones. Wow. Andrew Jones now with 22 points tonight. If you guys enjoy the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play here, basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball. 14 minutes left to go. Baylor ball at the right wing. Mitchell. Dribbles, stop and pop, moves it outside to the left wing. 3 ball, got it. It's incredible ball movement right there by Jared Butler over to Adam Flagler, who sunk down the triple. 13:45 left to go. Floater inside the key, good for 2 by Texas. Able to hit by Jericho Sims, but he pushed off. And they're going to take it away, so no bucket, they say. So it's still 52-49. So they take it away, so we'll not count the bucket there. So John Wall is not playing tomorrow, so Vaughn might have to drop him. Might sound dumb, but has to do it if he wants a healthy team. It's all up to you, man. Baylor, another triple, hits it. Matthew Meyer knocks it down from outside, 55-49. They move it underneath here. Texas passes. Oh, jeez. Greg Brown, oh my gosh. Floats it down with a major right-handed flush right there. Holy smokes. Absolute poster by Greg Brown at the right baseline. That's the intensity that he plays with right there, man. Unreal. There was something to say after that slam by Greg Brown, because the refs had assessed Texas there with a technical after the play is over, so it's going to result in Baylor here at the free throw line. They hit him down. Both of them go down. It's 57-51. Yeah, Greg Brown assessed with a technical foul, so massive poster at the right baseline by Greg Brown. Trying to see what he did here. He's just pumping up the crowd. It didn't seem like it was anything there, unless there was words exchanged. I got my television down low, so I'm not sure like what he said or anything. Massive dunk by Greg Brown, just taking out the emotion right now. Baylor by 6. Baylor also with the ball. Gonna make it 8 as they dribble drive inside with a left hand. That's good for 2 up and in off the backboard. 13 minutes left to go. Texas ball. At the top of the free throw circle. Jumper. No good off the back rim. Missed it off the mark by Ramey. Rebound Baylor. Baylor has with Meyer. Back out to the top here to Mitchell. Mitchell going to hand it off now over to Butler. Butler at the top. Back over to Mitchell here. Mitchell down on the ground with the ball, but able to pass it back to Butler. 12.5 left to go. 12 on the shot clock. Butler dribbles to the right wing as he is guarded by Sims. Butler still has it. 5 in the shot clock. Back outside to Mitchell. Mitchell drives. Pro hop inside. Clear path. An easy layup. That's good for 2. As easy as it could get right there by Davion Mitchell. Texas with 0 rotation defensively. Trying to guard the interior. 16-4 run by Baylor in the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Open 3 Texas. Missed it off the mark. No good by Coleman. Tipped around to the perimeter. Coleman picks it up in a fall here. A rebound by Baylor. Tons of contact in this game, getting heated right now. As we're going to go to a timeout, taking 12 minutes left to go. Alright, so 12 minutes remaining in this one. Man, this game getting heated right now. Alright, so Mark Vital is not on the court right there. The past couple possessions. Hopefully everything's okay. There's no reports or anything. Because I'm trying to take a look at Twitter right now. And Mark Vital, he was not on the court during the last time after the timeout. Okay, so it looks like, according to one of the sports reporters for the University of Texas here, that Mark Vital's sitting up, but the training staff had to check up on him, so that was good there. He actually got whacked in the head by a teammate after coming up for the rebound. It was on the timeout prior to this one. So I think everything should be well for the remainder of this game from Mark Vital. It didn't seem serious. He was just down, like shaken up. Didn't seem serious. Kansas gonna move up to up to 20 if they win the game against Kansas State. The game doesn't provide like any movement because it's Kansas State there. Okay, so scoreboard update here. Quick update for college hoops. Purdue leading Maryland 58-55. Final minute 40 remaining. That's a huge game. Maryland's on the bubble, and Purdue just entered in the top 25. Iowa now up against Michigan State 50-43. Massive game for Michigan State if they want to make it into the tournament. Tennessee leading Ole Miss 40-33. West Virginia, no problems right now against Iowa State 59-46. Clemson, they're choking. Clemson, an absolute choker. 40-36, leading UNC by 4. Georgia up against Auburn, 64-54. Toledo, 15-4, best team in the MAC, leading Akron. In a tight game, though, 61-57. Kansas, leading Kansas State, 18-10. And those are the college basketball games going on. I'll be back later tonight as well, as we got a great one. Illinois taking on Indiana. We'll keep you guys posted with scores throughout the night. For the NBA right now, currently, as we're on the timeout break here. Clippers up against the Nets by 1, 39-38. Magic leading the Raptors third quarter, 68-65. Fred VanVleet, 28 points for Toronto. Pacers leading the Grizzlies now, 25-15. And then Portland looking good, 26-7. Up against the Washington Wizards. That is embarrassing. 26-7 with still 5:45 left to go in the first quarter. That is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Washington Wizards in their home building are getting destroyed in the first portion of the first quarter. So we get back to action here. Baylor in quite a bit of a run. 16-6 run. That's going to be Texas basketball. At the top of the key, 12 minutes left to go. Texas moves it over to the right wing. Ramey passes back outside. They'll shoot the three. Got it from the perimeter. Big triple there by Texas as he lines it up. That is Andrew Jones keeping his team in this game tonight for the Longhorns. For him, as Andrew Jones got himself 25 points, a career high. 11:30 left to go. Baylor, shot fake, inside. Passes underneath the Chamba Chatu, a turnaround jumper. No good, rattled out, tipped up in the air. And Texas going to put it out of bounds off of number 23. Great heads-up play there by Brock Cunningham for Texas. This is going to be Longhorns basketball. Chamba Chatu was just standing at the baseline, just poked the ball right off of him out of bounds. All right, so right back over into this one. Texas ball. Texas at the right wing. They will now dribble right baseline, moves it under, and huge jam right there inside the lane. Good for 2 by Kai Jones. 5-point game. It seems like a game of runs today. Jones now with 4. Yeah, Kaminsky now balling for Phoenix. Phoenix is a pretty deep team this season. They got multiple players who's been able to come off the bench and produce. Bounce pass underneath Meyer. Oh, Swifty move. Got it up and in off the backboard. Reverse-handed layup. Goes down for 2 by Matthew Meyer there for Baylor off the right baseline cut. Bears by 7, Texas basketball. Longhorns have it, 10:20 left to go. If you guys are new in the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Great game tonight. Top of the key 3. Texas missed it. Defensive rebound by Baylor and a rebounding foul picked up by Texas here by number 5, Royce Ham. Purdue, Maryland, yep, that's a great game going on currently. We'll update you guys with that. 60-59, Purdue by 1 with 48 seconds left to go. 10:15 remaining. It's going to be Baylor basketball in this one. The Bears will take it past half court with Jared Butler. They dribble at the left wing. Maceo Teague now to the right wing. Puts the ball into the hands of Flagler. Flagler dribbles. Jumper mid-range. Takes it. And they will not count it. It's a little bit of pushing and shoving right there. It's going to be contact. And a foul picked up in the court. It's going to be by Texas here. So Texas personal foul, reach and fall picked up before the shot was taken by Baylor. So Baylor gets the inbound under 10 minutes left remaining. Bears to the left elbow. Teague floats up the runner. Good for 2. I'll take Florida in that one tomorrow, Cameron. 65-56, 9:45 left to go. Texas has it. Dribbles back around the perimeter. At the top of the key, Coleman dribbles towards his left. 18 on the shot clock here. Matt Coleman with the basketball. Dribbles. Left baseline. Circles the rim underneath, and he gets pickpocketed, stripped of the ball. Here goes Baylor with numbers. Watch out on the 3-on-1. Bounce pass underneath. As they put it up, they travel with it. That's an uncharacteristic Baylor basketball play right there. As they had a 3-on-1 in transition, and Jared Butler, he tried to move it out underneath to the hoop there to Meyer, but his pass looked to appear to be a little bit too late, and Butler tried to take it himself, and he just went pro hop inside and travel with it. So Texas will have it back. Yeah, wow, that's indeed pretty solid there for sure. Zion has 31 20-point games in his first 40 games as a pro. Totally agree there. 9:15 left to go. Texas flings it up underneath. It's going to be put up by Kai Jones. It got blocked, though. Refs will say there was a foul underneath here, as the clock will stop with 9:11 left to go. Non-shooting foul here, so Texas going to get the inbound. That's Baylor's 5th personal. Texas with 3 personal fouls. Texas going to get the inbound with 9:11 left to go. Underneath the hoop there, here, Courtney Ramey passed over to Andrew Jones. Backs his way to the perimeter. Jones now dribbles left elbow. Jones lost control of the basketball. It's on the ground. Who's going to pick it up? Players diving for the ball here. Chanwa Chatua falls down on the basketball. Texas tries to force a tie if they will, but it's going to be possession arrow Baylor with 9 minutes left to go. So Bears up by 9. They're going to get the basketball with 9 minutes remaining. Iowa by 5, 54-49 over Michigan State in the second half. We'll keep you guys posted tonight on that one. And what a game, Purdue leading. 2 seconds left to go, up by 1 against Maryland, 60-59. Looks like Maryland draws the foul with 3.3 seconds left to go. Russell likes this stat. Only one center has ever matched Jokic for assists at 18. That is Wilt Chamberlain. Should be getting the inbound coming up just a moment. Sorting something out over here. Okay, so they got it back. Okay, so Baylor going to have the ball here off the inbound. That took a little bit a while to sort out. Bears will now have the ball top of the key. Into the hands of Davion Mitchell. Pump fake moves it over to the left wing. Meyer dribbles. Ball poked loose. Here goes Texas. Comes out with a steal. Coleman moves it outside to Ramey. Ramey at the left wing guarded by Mitchell. Ramey, pump fake, back outside, top of the key. Over to Andrew Jones, lobs it over the top, over to Sims. Sims double teamed. Sims to the right baseline, back outside over to Jones. Jones shot fake guarded by Butler. He dribbles. Pro hop bounce pass inside, stripped to the basketball. Lost control of it, it's on the ground. Baylor has it, and a foul picked up here. It's going to be assessed to Texas as the clock will stop with 8:21 and a reach-in. Brock Cunningham picks up the personal. Unbelievable. Maryland leads 61-60 over Purdue with 3.3 seconds left to go. That's ridiculous, man. Wow. What a game. Especially for Maryland there, because Maryland needs to make the tournament if they want to be in. They're desperate. Maryland's going to go into the tournament possibly, or they're going to go into Selection Sunday with one of the oddest resumes in all of college basketball this season. Baylor has it at the left wing. 3 ball in the air. Missed it off the mark. Tipped up in the air, and it gets rebounded here by Texas. Longhorns have it. 7:50 left to go. Longhorns slow it down. At the left wing with Ramey as he is guarded by Meyer. Step back 3. Ramey takes it. Sinks it. And finally we got some scoring here. 65-59. We've gone cold the past couple minutes. Baylor ball once again. 7:30 left to go. Slows it down past half court, and a whistle here and a timeout taken by Baylor in the court. All right, so we're going to go on a timeout here once again, 65-59. Baylor up by 6 in this one. Great game tonight. So we got 7:34 remaining between these two teams. So we take a look at that scoreboard update. Maryland is leading against Purdue. What a game. 61-60 Maryland. Unreal game going on over there. With Aaron Wiggins with a double-double for the Terrapins. 18 points, 11 rebounds. Whenever Wiggins goes off, they usually have a solid chance of winning from Maryland. And Purdue tonight, Trevion Williams, 23 points and 11 rebounds. Hey, no problem, dude, Durham. Yeah, no problem, man. I enjoy hearing it. No problem, man. Do I think Indiana's going to go over 69? I'll say yes there. Illinois' defense has been suspect this season. I think Indiana has a good chance to put themselves over 69. Feel like for that game today. Yeah, I think it could be a potentially like a shootout type of game there, possibly. I'm going to take Indiana 79-77. For my prediction. So I like Indiana by 2 tonight, 79-77, in an upset over Illinois. So a lot of these games, especially now, like these teams in the bubble, these are the types of teams that's been able to win games lately and get shockers. And Iowa trying to hold on and get themselves the victory over Michigan State. Iowa leading by 3, 57-54 currently, as we take a look at some of the scores here. Tonight, Tennessee leading the entire game against Ole Miss, but it's been close. Ole Miss hanging in there. 42-35, Tennessee by 7 over Ole Miss with 7:50 remaining. West Virginia up by 10 against Iowa State, 65-55. Clemson by 4 over UNC, 42-38. Georgia leading Auburn, 71-61. That's a shocker there that Auburn's really struggling in that game today. I thought that they'd definitely be able to beat Georgia today. That hasn't been able to happen. Kansas only up by 8 against Kansas State, 27-19. They should be blowing them out by like 20 or so right now. Toledo, best team in the MAC currently. 73-63 over Akron. Preston predicts Illinois 73-65 over Indiana. Michigan State just tied it up against Iowa, tied up at 57. And Maryland has taken the lead 61-60, waiting for the final result of that one against Purdue. Maryland's, we'll update you guys when that game has gone final between Maryland and Purdue. What a comeback, though, if Maryland's able to win that. Alright, so we're going to get right back into action in this one, folks. Right now, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball. We got 7:34 left to go. Baylor will have the ball. Hey, what's good, Badger? Welcome to the stream, man. Alright, so Davion Mitchell going to have it top of the key. Oh, there it is. Yep, Maryland final over Purdue, 61-60 as it comes in right now. Yeah, I was waiting for ESPN. It just keeps on saying end of the second half. It doesn't say final yet, but that game has gone final. Huge victory for Maryland to keep themselves in that bubble conversation. That's a three-point shot. Good from the outside there by Baylor. Baylor leads at 68-59. 7 minutes left to go. Yeah, ESPN completely had the wrong score. They had 71. You're getting way too far ahead of yourself right there. Texas, inside the post, puts it up, and there's contact in the foul. Clock will stop with 6:52. Yep, there's one upset tonight. Maryland come from behind dub over Purdue. And Michigan State, Iowa, another tight game. So Texas here at the line. Missed the first free throw. They're having a lot of hard time today at the free throw line. Texas is only 1 for 5 at the charity stripe. Yeah, that's a tight game too. Clemson up by 4 against UNC. Second free throw, Texas missed it. 1 for 6 of the charity stripe. These free throws crushing their hopes right now. Rebound Baylor. Bears have it. Drives underneath. Circle around the rim. Davion Mitchell back over to the top of the key. Mitchell at the right wing. Feeds it over to Chanwa Chatua. Hands it back over to Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles towards the right wing. Mitchell now with the ball. Shoots the three at the top and he drills it. Davion Mitchell sinks that one straight through, and Baylor up by 12 just like that. They were trailing at one point in the 40s in this one. 25 by Davion Mitchell. Texas now has it. They dribble at the right elbow. Ball tip, deflected. It's up in the air, but Texas gets it back. Greg Brown moves it over left corner perimeter. Largest lead for the game, up by 12 by Baylor here. Texas pro hop inside. Bounce pass underneath, and there's going to be contact here. Reach and fall picked up by Baylor. Clock will stop with 6:03 left to go. Wow, miracle cover in the UMBC New Jersey Institute the Tech game this afternoon. UMBC laying 3.5, leading by 2. NGIT missed the game-winning shot. Foul with .8 on the clock. 2 free throws gave UMBC the cover. Wow. Baylor going to get the ball right back now, as they try to go for the alley-oop attempt, but they missed it. Mark Vital back into the game. He missed it, though, as the ball slipped off his hands. Texas gets the rebound. 5:40 left to go. Texas has it at the left wing. Left baseline dribble, Ramey. Drives inside, tipped up in the air, missed it off the mark. Able to get it back, though, pass underneath. They move it back over to the top here, and Baylor will pick up another foul. It's going to send Texas now into the bonus. Oh, my goodness. Iowa State trying to come back against West Virginia. Oh, boy. Iowa State, wow, 69-65. West Virginia only leading by 4 right now against Iowa State with 4:40 left to go. Yeah, West Virginia played Iowa State the first game really close. I think West Virginia is vulnerable to being upset in the first rounds. I feel like against like a team like maybe like Toledo or something like that could possibly upset them. Toledo, like if Western Kentucky takes them on again. I definitely take Western Kentucky there in that matchup if Western Kentucky qualifies, because they already played them back in the Bad Boy Mowers Classic, and they had the game close. Western Kentucky, without barring injury, they probably would have won that game. They were leading throughout like the first portion of the second half. Second free throw, Texas missed it off the mark. As there's a battle for the basketball, players on the ground. There's going to be a tie up here. Possession arrow, Texas. Yeah, I heard about that. Sunny and 65 in Denver. Yeah, totally forgot it was February. I hear you, man. Man, it snowed out yesterday here. It's like nasty slush where I live. Texas drives inside, good for 2. So they lay it up and in. 9-point lead now by Baylor. Matt Coleman in double figures with 11. Yeah, Iowa State making a comeback. I'm not really too high on West Virginia once again this season. They try to come back every single game. Like, I don't think it's going to be sustainable for the tournament. Dribble drive inside. Baylor floats it up and in off the glass. That's good for 2. Bears by 11. Off the bucket there by Maceo Teague. He's got himself 8 points. Longhorns have it at the right wing. Matt Coleman now with the basketball. Moves back outside to the top of the key. Ramey. Pass over to Greg Brown. Brown takes the step back 3 in the air over Vital. And Brown is down on the ground as the ESPN scoreboard blocks out Greg Brown falling to the ground. But that should be 3 foul shots coming up here by Texas. Yeah, it's behind the perimeter. Yeah, that's going to be 3. Mark Vital crashes right into Greg Brown and commits the shooting foul. And that's going to be 3 free throws coming up here by Greg Brown. By the way, Tennessee is going to choke this game against Ole Miss. Tennessee leading 42-41 against Ole Miss with 5:50 left to go. And Iowa in the tie game against Michigan State 61-61. West Virginia only by 4 against Iowa State 69-65. Already Purdue gave up a lead and lost to Maryland. First free throw, Greg Brown missed it. No good. It's been a rough day at the box office for free throws because the second one he missed out as well. Ouch. Texas could have been winning this game. Or they could have tied up this game right now if they made free throws. They're 10 for 19 at the free throw line. These free throws are crushing Texas tonight. They're 10 for 19 at the free throw line. I know that they didn't play on Saturday, but still, oh man, Greg Brown 0 for 3. That trip at the free throw line, the ball gets rebounded by Baylor here. Bears have it at the left wing. Mitchell dribbles to the top of the key. He's going to hand it off to Maceo Teague. Teague dribbles towards his left. Now at the top of the key into the hands of Butler. Butler now dribbles. Floats it out to the left corner. Mitchell saves it, moves it back over to the left wing Teague. Teague now drives inside. Teague floats it out right-handed. Hook off the mark, tipped up in the air, couldn't finish by Vital. And ball gets rebounded here by Texas. Jericho Sims with the board. Here goes the Longhorns, approaching 4 minutes left to go. Coleman has it. Coleman dribbles, stripped to the basketball, it's on the ground. Coleman able to pick it up, moves it back outside though. Texas has it with Ramey at the right wing perimeter. Dribbles underneath, shot fake, Ramey puts it up, and that's good for 2. Up and in off the glass by Texas. 9-point game with 3:50 remaining. Baylor ball. The Bears have it with Davion Mitchell. Mitchell moves it over to Teague. Teague hands it off to Butler. Back over to Mitchell here around the perimeter. 15 on the shot clock for Baylor. Mitchell dribbles towards his left. Mitchell guarded by Greg Brown in the one-on-one. They play 2-3 zone right now for Texas. Mitchell, he dribbles at the right elbow. Jumper over Brown, got blocked, and it's going to be Texas basketball. Here goes the Longhorns back with 3:20 left to go. Spin move. Lost control of the ball, and the key gets stolen away here by Baylor. Watch out, they got a 3-on-1. Here goes Mitchell. Swings it underneath. Shot fake. Puts it up easy, too. That's good for Maceo Teague up and in off the backboard. Man, steal after steal, and Baylor in transition makes Texas pay right there. 3 minutes left to go. Texas ball. Texas with still 3 timeouts in their pocket. They'll take a 3. No good off the back rim. Tipped up in the air, and Baylor saves it. Wow. 2 Baylor teammates, Teague and Mitchell, flying right into the Texas corner of the arena right there. Right into the seats to grab that basketball and save it. What a play right there to save that one by Baylor. Here goes Butler. Butler, shot fake, drives. 2 more. Scores up and in off the glass for Baylor. Baylor by 13, largest lead. 2:25 left to go. The top of the key, Texas. Ramey has it left wing. Ramey moves it over at the left baseline. Into the hands of Kai Jones. He moves it out to the top of the key. Shot fake, Greg Brown. And he loses control of the basketball. Here's a top 5 team in steals on a 2-on-1. They'll take it a distance. Lays it up and in for 2 more by Jared Butler. Oh, this is crushing Texas right here with the turnovers. Baylor. Past 2 buckets. Off of turnovers. 10 steals in this game by the Bears here. As we're going to go to a timeout with a 15-point Baylor lead. Largest one of the game. Alright, so we're going to go on a scoreboard update. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in this one. Scoreboard update here for college hoops. Michigan State, Iowa. Iowa leading by 2, 65-63. Oh, Tennessee, the absolute choke tonight here, folks. Tennessee has choked themselves, and they are losing against Ole Miss. 46-42. Tennessee's only scored 14 points in the second half with 4:30 left to go. Unbelievable. Tennessee losing by 4 against Ole Miss. Unreal. Hey, what's good, Ty? Welcome to the stream, man. West Virginia only up by 4 against Iowa State, 69-65. Clemson by 8 over UNC, 50-42. Auburn trying to make a comeback. Georgia leads by 6, though, 77-71. Kansas leads by 8 at the half over K-State, 33-25. And Wisconsin up by 1 early on against Penn State, 8-7. Yep, turnover is just a common reason to lose in the NBA, just as it is in college. And yeah, Texas has had a lot today. 17 turnovers. Yeah, that's terrible for Tennessee. How in the world do you lose to Ole Miss? Tennessee just can't shoot. They're going to be a first-round exit. Tennessee is going to be a first-round exit. It's like a 4 or 5 seed. Ole Miss, when number 15 threw down an absolute poster just a moment ago. Unreal. 23-14, Ole Miss leading in the second half over Tennessee. Ole Miss isn't even close to being a tournament team. In Tennessee, if they keep it up, they're going to lose the first round. In the first round, against a team probably like Toledo, or yeah, they'll lose to Belmont in the first round. That's a definite. Lose against Winthrop in the first round, but yeah, they are losing in the first round. There's no way Tennessee was an 11 seed. That's why I said in these rankings here, somebody asked me at the beginning of the stream, I wasn't feeling this grouping here between 11 through 17, 18-ish in the groupings rankings. A lot of these teams are going to get upset in the tournament, I feel like, right now in these groupings. Tennessee, I'm not high in Creighton. I think Creighton is going to be a first-round upset too, probably. West Virginia, you get the right matchup for West Virginia. I think they're going to lose in the first round possibly too. UCLA, that's another team that I'm just not sold on. Somehow 13-3 for UCLA could potentially lose in the first round. So we're back to action here. 79-64 to score. 2 minutes left to go. It's going to be Texas basketball. Texas trailing by their largest deficit here by 15. Longhorns jumper, right elbow, takes it, got it for 2. So Matt Coleman hits it. 13-point game. Baylor get the ball. 1:40 left to go. Bears take it past half court. Mitchell moves over to Butler. They're going to slow down the basketball. Tennessee going to lose to Jackson State in the first round. That's a big oof. 1:25 left to go. Yeah, Tennessee will lose to St. Bonaventure or something like that. Butler, right wing 3. He takes it. Hit the rim short. No good right there. Rebound by Texas. Yeah, Navy. Navy or Colgate. Colgate looking for redemption against Tennessee this time. Texas drives. That's good for 2. Baylor's yet to win, Connor. We still got 1:08 left to go. Looking that way, possibly. The probability is very high right now for Baylor to get the W. A timeout taken here on the floor. Baylor by 11, 79-68, as we got 1:08 left to go. I'm going to switch over here to Tennessee Ole Miss. I just want to see this. By the way, I'll be back for Illinois, Indiana in a little bit, so feel free to stop by for that one. Oh, I got you there, Jose. So he's at his house right now watching the NBA scores on YouTube. Awesome, man. Could Vermont win a game in March Madness? I'm probably going to say no this season because Vermont's conference was behind. They started the America East in January for conference play, so Vermont played their first conference game in January, so I think they're quite behind the 8 ball compared to a lot of these teams, so probably not. I'm looking at more as, we're back to action here. Baylor good for 2. 81-68 to score, under a minute left to go. As the clock will stop again. Hey, what's good, James? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, Rockets, without James Harden, looking really good right now. Oof. Tennessee needs a 9-zip run to hit their cover. Ouch. Yeah, that doesn't look too promising there with Tennessee's jumbled mess of an offense this season. They're basically all defense for Tennessee. Do I think Florida's going to win in March Madness? Potentially. It really all depends on the matchups of who these teams get put against, especially if they're at the back half of the top 25. Texas at the free throw line, and they went 1 for 2. Just a struggling game of the free throw line. Texas is 2 for 13 at the free throw line in this one. 16% at the charity stripe. Baylor with the basketball. Texas is not going to fall either. Baylor passes to the right corner. Maceo Teague with 10 on the shot clock and 37 seconds left to go. Baylor Still with the ball. 32 seconds remaining. Texas just not going to fall. Baylor leads to a layup inside the lane. Good for 2 right there by Davion Mitchell. What a game. 14-point lead, 22 seconds left to go. Texas ball. Coleman, left baseline dribble. Shot fake, double teamed underneath. Bounce pass over to Sims. Davion Mitchell, 25 points. Jared Butler, 21 points. The 2 that carried tonight. And Baylor shot the ball 11 for 21 from the perimeter. 3-point shot off the mark by Texas, no good. It was air ball out of bounds, and Baylor going to get it back with 8 seconds left to go. Tennessee would probably lose to Dixie State. Ouch. Wouldn't take it that far. 2 seconds remaining, and this game has gone final. Baylor gets the W with Davion Mitchell. He actually got 27 tonight as they just updated. So 27 tonight, 5 made 3-point shots by number 45 here, Davion Mitchell for Baylor. What a game for him. And that is a wrap here, folks, out in this one. Man, Baylor just keeps on taking their game. So impressive this season from Baylor. Texas got on quite a bit of a runs in this one and made it close. Made it interesting for quite some time, especially how they start out the second half in this one. But Baylor able to put up 40+ in both the first half and the second half in this one. So before I sign off, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll be back in about 5 minutes from now. Illinois against Indiana over on Behind Your Arc Basketball. Of course, going to put in the members here as we thank you guys out for being a part of the stream. Let's get to the members here. So you get Jack, Jason, the sports expert, Warren, Aaron, and Robert here to 6 members we got now on to the stream here. If anybody would like to become a member here, it's on the Join Now tab. That I have over. I think you're able to get it on the PC for the Join Now tab to become a member, as low as $1.99 per month. If anybody would like to become a channel member out here and have your name displayed on the thank you here for our channel. So that's a wrap, everybody. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Illinois versus Indiana. Feel free to stop on by for that one. Thanks so much for being a part here as Baylor gets the W by 14 over Texas. 83-69 the final here as the Baylor Bears rolling at 17-0 this season. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night here on Behind Your Arc Basketball.